Hi all, right, welcome back. This is Fields of Fire, the Normandy campaign. This is mission 1, Trevieres offensive. This is my take 2, part 11. Okay, so didn't get any gameplay in yesterday. No, that's not true, sorry. I had some, I played some before work, didn't I? I just met last night when I get home too late from that job, so I just went pretty much straight to bed. Okay, so just 2 or 3 things to mention. I don't think there was any comments that I think I'm up to date with the comments. But I noticed some mistakes. Really just daft things as well. First of all, in part 7 at the 50-minute mark. Now, have I uploaded this part yet? I think so. I'll leave these comments in the header of the video when these are my notes from it, and I'll leave something like what I've got written down here, or maybe adjust it. But cheating again. I was second platoon HQ again. I think I was just looking back on the bit where I explained the cheat on that one before, actually. So whether it's something to do with second platoon HQ or not, I don't know. Sorry, let me just adjust. Not that you need to really see up here. Yeah, the first cheat that I done was I activated it and then drew a card for it, and then I went away talking for about 10-15 minutes, lost where I was, and then realised, right, I've just activated second platoon, and then I drew another card from. And he was up here, he was sitting up here in the bit that was allocated, whereas if it had been down here, I should have realised I need to draw a card. So why I didn't click to that, I don't know. Again, the only good thing was that the commands that he used, they all went to waste. Well, I say they went to waste. They drew cards to attempt concentrate fire, but he failed at it, so that made me feel a little better. But again, a lot of these mistakes, I think I'm just not going to be able to fix or rewind at all. I mean, if I can, I'll try. So anyway, yeah, I think it was him again, and I drew a 4. No, it was a 4 or a 5 I drew, but he was getting a -1 to it, and I didn't take the -1. I said, right, it's going to be -1 here. I drew the card, whether it was a 4, I think I drew a 4, and I says, right, that's 4, and I actually gave him the 4 commands. Actually, I want to say it was 5, actually, and I gave him the 5, and it should only have been 4. So, yeah, and I can't even now, I mean, that was back in part 7 though, this is part 11 as well, so I can't even take a command off him now, right now. I want to say again, I was watching what he done, and you know what, I can't, and there's nothing I can do about it. It's just a silly mistake. I just need to be more careful. I'm sure we've all done it, but, I've kind of pride myself on trying to get things right, and I know you can't. I know you can't get everything right, and I know you're going to make mistakes, and there's nobody out there that's played these games, even these guys that are giving me comments. Andrew, I'm sure he's done it himself, I mean, okay, he's probably done them, he's probably made mistakes like that, because he knows that what he should be doing, and he's just, you get distracted, you talk, and when you're trying to record video as well, that does, you're trying to concentrate on some other things. I'm messing about with this app and having difficulties with it, and it's frustrating me, and I'm just making up excuses, I know. Anyways, nothing I can do about that, unfortunately. And then, I had another glitch in my recording. I put a comment on that. This was really kind of frustrating. Again, I had a glitch. I must have stopped, thought I was recording. There's 30 seconds of me flicking through the rule book and going back and forward, and pretty much silence, where I obviously thought that I was on pause and I wasn't. And we missed this whole procedure on this car. I know I can't show it now, but it was up here, and it was a spotting attempt on that unit that we missed. And then also I then had selected the wrong unit to attack, which I later found out. So I think, did I not say that I speak about that later? Yeah, I think I've added that to the comment. I've just got the basic comment here. But I think I speak about that in part 10 and explain it. Yeah, the glitch was... I mean, we did successfully spot the unit. That did actually happen. But you never seen the procedure of it because I thought I was recording and I was clearly paused. Okay, and then the two latest ones, I know it's from part 8. Now, this is one of these ones where I think it's one of... I was thinking about this game. You know how you play certain games... not just solo games, any games, and there's sort of easy mistakes to make. You know, things that you say, I could see that. I could see myself making a mistake with that. Well, there's quite a few in this game, I think. I could say about taking away the cover when you remove the unit, or when you eliminate a German unit, taking away the cover. That could be one. Maybe I'm just saying that because I've done it, and somebody pointed out to me, and I caught that. I think I caught it just in time. Well, probably not. The previous playthrough, I probably done it. Now, an easy mistake I could say is probably placing the default cover again because I've done it in the first playthrough. As for the radios being undercover, no, that's just a total blunder, that one. But some of the things that you can do, and this was one of them, and it sort of defeats the purpose of the actual action, and the action being is infiltrate. And what I done was I infiltrated a unit from here to here, I think. It doesn't matter where it was, anyway. And it was a legitimate move. There was a VOF on the card, so I infiltrated him into there. He succeeded with that. I didn't mark him exposed. I went on with the rest of the whatever impulse I was on. I then ran I done a general initiative, got a 2 or something, decided to use one of them to search for the cover from this guy who had moved into here, right, because he had a VOF on him. Succeeded at finding the cover, put the cover marker on top, and that was it. Well, that's wrong. And some of you might say, well, why is that wrong? But I'm sure most of you know that the unit should be marked exposed, because it's the very first time, I think, playing, and since I've started recording the Fields of Fire, even in the first playthrough and then the second playthrough, at least I think it is. And I'm kind of hoping I've not done it already before as well, because we kind of get away with this one. So here's attempt to seek cover, right? Draw action cards equal to the cover draw number on the unit's card. Check for the text saying cover. If it is present, the attempt succeeds, which it did succeed. Place the unit under a new cover marker and mark it as exposed. If the attempt fails, do nothing. So the attempt did succeed, but Grant just put the cover marker on and didn't mark it exposed. So it should have been marked exposed, but I think that's an easy one to do, because the majority of the time when you're moving these assault teams up, and whatever you're moving up, well, certainly earlier in the game, you're not moving them, you're not trying to infiltrate, move with them. You're just normal moving them, and they're clearly going to be exposed when you move them. So then you say, right, well, I'll try and find cover for this guy. You find cover or you don't. If you find cover, you just put the cover marker on top. But when you're doing that with a non-exposed unit, you're still then going to expose them. So it sort of defeats the whole... I mean, here's the thing. You could infiltrate up with that unit and say, right, I wouldn't mind trying to put it under cover. So you then try. So you've got him there unexposed, so he's not got a -2 on him, but you know, if you find basic cover, it's a +1, but then he's getting a -2, so it's actually worse for the unit, if you like, at that time, doing that. But let's say you don't find cover, then he doesn't get marked exposed, you just do nothing. Anyway, I think that's one of these ones that you could easily miss. I think you could easily mistake. And there's others. I'm trying to think off the top of my head. I had a couple in my head, and now, and I'd done this and just caught it in time. Although I think we drew cards, and that was quite recently when I moved the mortar section from here to here. I decided to infiltrate with him. However, if I read the rules properly about infiltrate, you cannot infiltrate with units with an H rating or an A with the arrow, and basically because well, I think they want them to stop firing. They want them to not be able to just move to another car and start opening fire with that heavy sort of situation tripod. I mean, the thematically they're moving bigger. It's not just a guy running with a gun. You know, it's like you're moving a mortar, or you're moving a big machine gun with a tripod, and you've got to set it up again. So it makes sense as well thematically. Yeah, there's a few of them out there, and there might even be, you know what, some people start threads like that where the the easiest mistakes to sort of make in these games. Some people do that. Might be worth looking for, but of course, if you think about them before you start playing, then maybe something might stick in your head and you might not do it again. But no guarantees here that I won't still infiltrate and search for cover, and then, but it might stick now. Right, and then the last one I've got here is it's the same unit that I don't mark exposed, that's undercover. I think it's that 3-2 platoon there, because he is undercover still now. Yeah, so he never got marked exposed, and he should have done. And it was at the 46-minute 40-second mark on part 8. Is when we go through the combat segment, and he's sitting with, I count him as a +5, because it's +2 for the cover, it's +2 for the fire, and he's undercover +5, but he should have a -2, so it should actually be +3. Fortunately, the card I draw, both for the +3 and the +5, is both a miss, so I get away with it. So I said that this unit should be exposed, and at +3, fortunately the result is still a miss, so it's still the same result as what he had. So that makes me feel better when it still has the same result. But making some mistakes, so just need to try and be more careful, Grant. Right, let's get a bit going here before I don't know what's going to happen today, but I'm hoping to I'm off work today and tomorrow, so hopefully get something done, but I'm not sure what other things are planned. Okay, so I think, part 10 went so much better. I watched back part 8, and it wasn't as bad as I thought. It was, you could see I was a bit drained, I was a bit tired, I was getting a wee bit grumpy, maybe a wee bit fed up. I didn't leave any comment in the header about that, because I think I've uploaded that one now. I'm just watching part 9, I've been catching up on them. Hang on. Yeah, but I remember part 9 being sort of a bit, it felt like a drag as well. So I've started watching it, I've not got into the sort of the main part of it, I don't think. But we had rubbish draws for commands, didn't we? And we were struggling to do anything, and we had the battalion HQ on the board. In fact, well, he's still there. He's going to go away at the end of this turn, isn't he? I'm not exactly sure when he goes away, but he's not going to do anything else anyway. So we'll just remove him in the clean-up phase, I think. Also with part 9, I just didn't have a clue what I wanted to do. I was like staring at the map, and I was on pause for ages, looking and wondering. So, but again, that was kind of late at night, and I'd just come in for work, and I maybe just wasn't. I wanted to play, but sometimes that's not the way it works. And I got up yesterday morning, and done part 10, and it felt great. I was like buzzing to get back in, and I was itching to get up this morning and do the same. So, and then you look at the situation on the map, and it's kind of like, oh, where are we? What are we doing? It's kind of scary, yeah. If you don't follow along and you aren't watching, I mean, this is the very first mission. There's loads of counters, loads of things happening, and it's quite daunting. I think for somebody to try and play this game and see it all, maybe not bother with this one, but it gives you so much back, I tell you, it really does. Okay, and we were feeling like we were struggling to get through this mission, but I'm still confident now. We're on turn 7, remember, but it's starting to look better. That turn went better. We're just only halfway through it, so I can see my marker here is about the enemy higher HQ event phase. So we could just draw this card and things could go right up in the air right now. Well, let's just get on with that. So that's where we're at. Draw for the enemy HQ. There is not one. There's a short symbol, by the way. That's not what you want to see when you're firing your artillery or your off-board mortars. Because that can really put a spanner in the works. Right. Enemy activity check. Well, we do still have a couple of enemies, don't we? Enemies firing at cards, yeah. So we have just 2, I think, now. We managed to eventually get rid of this guy, which was good. This guy just won't go away. So that's 1 LMG. He's pinned. And then we've got the AA, which is also pinned. We have... nice fire going in, heavy weapons, that's from the 50 cal machine gun, and a crossfire coming in from there. Yeah, just going over this just to remind myself as well, we've reduced this to, no, that's automatic weapons coming from here, and then a crossfire coming from here. However, we've got a pending fire mission from our artillery again. Our artillery forward observer called in fire there successfully, so hopeful that I can do something to this and eventually do something with this, but we'll see. We've done all we can do, so let's see what they do. So there's only 2 enemies, so this is a 1, this is a 2. We need to randomise between the 1 and the 2. We get a 1, so it is going to be this guy. They're both pinned, aren't they? So we're both going to be looking on the pinned lat activity chart. So let me get that out and we'll have a look. Right, so pinned on same card as opposing unit. No, he is not. Pinned on same card as opposing unit. No. Pinned, not under cover. Yes, that is the one. That is the light machine gun. The light machine gun is not under cover. So pinned, not under cover. We're rolling on a D5. Pinned, not under cover. Yeah, that's right. So on a D5 and we get a 5. Yeah, oh, that could be fall back. It could be. It is. Good. Pin not under cover. Fall back. Yes. Yeah, so he's going to fall back. He has to fall back. There's nowhere to go, so he's going to fall back off the map. And you might think, that's a bit rubbish. Yeah, they're just going away and whatever. But, I don't know. I take what I get. Sometimes you're going to... I mean, his other option, what was he going to do? He could have sat there and done no action. He would have moved into or seek. Well, there's no move into cover, so he could have seek cover, or he would have tried to rally. And I mean, they are defensive. They're playing a defensive. This is a defensive mission. We're on the offense. I'm sure it happened thematically. They're just falling back. They're like, there's too much fire. I mean, he survived enough, to be honest. He done pretty well. So that's him off the board. So have a 2. No, he didn't have cover. That was the whole point. Now these still stay. We continue to fire. All is good there. So we have managed to clear that objective, the secondary objective of enemies now. So that is good. But remember, these are all got potential contact markers on them. So right, and just updating my log to say that he's no longer there at long last. I thought we were never getting rid of him. Okay, so the other one is pinned as well. He is under cover though, he's in his trenches. So no, pinned not under cover, no, pinned under cover, yeah. So this is on a D4. And we get a 1, so that's not going to be a fallback. I think fallback would have been the 4 again, wouldn't it? Pinned undercover, yeah. So, but it's a 1 though, so he's not going to do any, and he's not going to take any action. So that's that. So he's going to sit there in his trenches. I want to see his +1. Oh, I need to remember he's getting a -1 for that. I think we caught that before though, because we've fired on this before, haven't we? Or was it into the woods maybe? No, I think it was. I think the artillery forward observer's been there for a while. So yeah, so that's enemy activity check done. So what's the next step? Mutual capture and retreat phase. So is there paralysed or what are teams alone with unpinned infantry units from the opposing side? No, there's none of that. Yeah, and then I think I left the question out there. I've not went and asked it, so hopefully Andrew might comment or even somebody else. Just looking, we've got 2 casualties there and a COHQ's there. Might be a good idea to try and casualty collection point, but it's just hopefully we get some commands to sort of spare to be able to do that. Well, I'll tell you what, we might well do, because have we not put all our platoons under cover? These 3rd platoon's under cover, 1st platoon's under cover, so they're going to have to go on initiative. It's only 2nd platoon here who's on the open, so we cannot communicate with them, the HQs. I left the question out there about that, because the wording, like I say, I'll read it again. Enemy casualties on unoccupied and friendly occupied cards are captured, as per 8.15. That's 8.151. I think is that the direct rule. But that's what it says if you look up the rule, and it's again seems to suggest that I would right now be able to capture that. Seems strange because we've not got any presence on the card, let's say, and we can never have presence on the card. Then you say, well, maybe that's why they're doing it that way, but then we don't have to get these. They give us extra experience. It's not something that we need to do, though. So, anyway, I'm not going to, or will I take it? Yeah, you know what? I'll take it then, because the way I read it in the rules, that's how it should be, and I'll put it in the casualties captured. Well, it's prisoners captured. Sorry, along there. It's a bit glary there for the light coming in the window. Prisoners captured. So I'll put that there, and what I'll do is I'll just put a little blue cube on top, just to sort of like jog my memory, shall we say. Hopefully, when I look at it. And if I've got that wrong, we won't count it. If I've got it right, we will, because it doesn't make any difference if it's there or not, I think. Right, moving on. Retreat segment. Retreat, and now this might... Yeah, they've got a paralysed team here. So retreat any unpinned paralysed team under a it needs to be under a VOF. Under a VOF, mark a 1 card. Retreat any unpinned water team plus a casualty under a VOF. No, I think this is a paralysed team, but he's pinned on a VOF, so I think we've only got the 2 paralysed teams. Yeah, so nothing happening there. AT combat and vehicles movement phase, none of that. Fire mission update, remove existing incoming airstrike, flip pending markers. So we're going to flip this, and things are going to happen. So when we flip that, this card now becomes unable to be fired at. He doesn't have line of sight out of the card now. So he's going to stop firing, because he can't now see us. We're going to still be firing at him, because you can see into this card, just can't see out of it. So he was firing with all pinned. I'll take that away. So the good thing about that is, and we realise that we're going to remove these pin markers now, because there's no fire. There's no VF on a card. So that's that segment. Now we're into potential contact. Right, we have one. We've not done this for a bit. So we have one this time. Just every time I go to that zoom button, I just want to try and focus my eyes to make sure I'm still recording. So potential contact A here. This is, I want to say this is a squad, isn't it? Oh no, it's not. It's an assault team. Well, that's good then. He didn't find cover, obviously, or I don't think we tried. No, I get the feeling we had a 0 for initiative again, general initiative, which happens. It happens. Right, so potential contact A. So, and what are we at? Let's just double check. Yeah, we didn't. I think I maybe talked about the possibility of trying to get into a heavily engaged situation by moving somebody up, but I didn't obviously do it. So we're just engaged. We've got plenty there. So we're at engaged, but this is a potential contact A. So I want to say it's 5 cards on it. So potential contact A at engaged. It's 5 card draw. So I'd like to avoid this one. I think if I do, I'd feel much more comfortable about how things are. But like I say, the sort of the good thing about this is he's more than likely going to pop up. Well, that's not true. He could pop up here, couldn't he? There's a chance he might go out here, though, and then we can sort of maybe ignore him. Well, yeah, you know what? Grant, let's just find out first if there's a contact. Right, so 5 cards. I have them here. So let's see if we get the word contact. No. 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 Oh, no. Yes. As in, no. Right, result. I really kind of wanted that. I just didn't want another one popping up now. And now I'm feeling much better about things. That goes away. We have secured the gully draw here. And now, yeah, I feel far better about things. And he might even just carry on up there. Trenches nicely waiting for him. Thanks to the... Sorry, it was one of the comments from somebody that I couldn't really pick a name out of, but I'm glad he brought it up, because I was just forgetting. I was taking the units away and taking the cover away, and he rightly pointed out that the cover should stay. Yeah, so that's great. Okay, so that was only one, wasn't it? So we've got both rows cleared now of enemies and their potential contact markers. So, and we don't need to clear this or this, remember? So our priority is going to be going in on the 2 objectives, because we're going to be moving into turn 8, and I want to sort of get in there and try and get it secured. Well, the good thing is we can move in on this now, you know, but admittedly we're going to trigger a possible contact. So what are B's? B's with a engage. See, they're only 3 card draw, and we're more than likely going to stay in, well, yeah. Oh, I've noticed that should be away. Sorry, that should be away, because that guy's away, and we should still be firing. Did that affect? Were we still? Yeah. Oh, maybe not. Right, wait now. We might be drawing 2 more cards. Hang on. Are we at contact? Are we moved back to contact maybe? Because let's just. I don't like you looking at that card now. Where is that in the rule book? Give me a second. Oh, I just fortunately turned to the page. Right, try and keep page 7 in your mind, Grant. There's that current activity level. I think these are just a glossary. Yeah, there's a glossary page back here at the beginning of the book. Page 7, this is. So no contact is no VLF or PDF markers are on the map, and no enemy units have been spotted. That doesn't mention... That's not the bit that's got the mines bit in it. Where was that? Anyway, okay. And why does it not have it there? I mean, it was just a reminder that... right, sorry, phone call, and as usual means that I don't know where I was at. Well, I know we were reading this, didn't I? Yeah, the bit about the mines, I know it was only a sort of reminder that mines count. I'm pretty sure it's somewhere else in the rule book. It gives you the... It tells you about the mines. I won't go looking for it now, because that's not what we're looking for. We're looking for are we still engaged? And that would be 2 or more occupied cards. Remember, occupied cards can include friendly occupied and enemy occupied cards or under VOF markers. I actually think there is just one. Oh, this could be bad. Well, I'm glad I noticed now. We've not drawn, we just drew the 5 cards for the contact, don't we? So So we might be having to draw 2 more cards for this. Because this is an occupied card with VOF, and yeah, there's the bit that's hit us. Because we've took this unit out, and although there's VOFs on this, it's not occupied, and this guy is not allowed to fire back because the incoming, so it's kind of backfired on us, this. And this could mean we get another enemy here, because we only have 1 card that's occupied with a VOF marker on it. And just jumping back to there, you'll see that contact says exactly that, doesn't it? 1 friendly occupied or enemy occupied cards under VOF marker, or there's at least 1 spotted enemy. So we're only at contact, we are not engaged. So let me switch that over to contact. And just as a reminder, our potential contact A at contact was a 7 card draw, so we need to draw 2 more cards now. To see if there is still maybe contact. No. Oh, we get away with it. 7 cards drawn now, and we're okay. Okay, that was a relief. I thought I was going to have backfired there. Okay, good. So that was potential contact evaluation segment. Nothing more to do there. Pin recovery segment. Remove pin markers from any vehicle or infantry units are not under a VOF. Well, we have this guy and this guy. They're all under that cover marker. There's something that's exposed in there. Oh, this guy as well. This is not under a VOF as well now. So he was pinned. No, that's our mortar section. That's exposed, and they're both under that cover. Nothing else pinned, no? No, that's foxholes. Right, okay, that's good. I mean, this unit's pinned, but he's under VOF. Okay, combat effects. Do not adjust VOF, PDF. Right, okay, well, we've done this many a time. Well, we're not checking ourselves now at all, because this guy went away, and the incoming came on, meaning he cannot fire. So we are going to check him, however. And let's see if we can finish this turn in style then and take him out. So he's pretty good though, isn't he? He's got a +1, +2 for his trenches, and he's also pinned. So that is a total of 4. So his pluses are 4. The incoming is a -5, isn't it? Yeah. For our artillery fire mission, it's a -5. So it's a -5, and we will receive the crossfire. I'm pretty sure that works. So I'm pretty sure you still get that crossfire. Because their additions, I mean, we don't get the automatic weapons because we're getting that. But this is a different thing. Yeah, I'm getting that. So that's -6 to his +4, did I say? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so he's on a -2. So it's good, but we need the card, eh? So here we go, on a -2, and it's the reshuffle card. So here we go, on a -2. Yes, I hit. Right, so we have to reshuffle before we find out what the hit's going to be. Right, so debt reshuffled, we've got a hit. He's line quality, so what do we get? For line CC. CC. Well, I think we only need 1. He's only 1 step, isn't he? Or is he? Oh, he's 2 steps. Wow. CC, you know, guys, you know I don't mess about. I shuffled the deck. That's the card I drew. And that couldn't be any better. It's casualty, and he was 2 steps. You're shaking your... You're doubting that one, eh? You're doubting that one. Hopefully some of you that know I don't do that. But, I mean, I could do anything. I could do anything off camera while I was paused there. You know, I could... What's the point? What is the point? It's not me. I can assure you it is not me. It's not what I do. So, yeah, so you would... Well, his first step, yeah, I mean, it's 2 steps. It's double casualty. Why am I feeling a little uncomfortable about that? Yeah, no, he's a two-step. That was the best card we could have drawn. That's kind of amazing, actually. Yeah, and I can see why folk might be doubting that, because it looks just a bit too good to be true. So yeah, CC, he's gone. I didn't actually realise he was two steps until we took the markers off. I thought I was getting a casualty. Well, to be honest, I thought he was going away and I was getting a casualty. I thought he was only one step. But I mean, that's even better. So casualty, he's gone. We can take that off. Remember the trenchy state. Yeah, I'm on it. So that 88 is away. Where does he go? I'll put him in there. And we'll score him off the mission log, just while we remember. Not that it really matters. Right, so no enemies on the board now. I think I should write the other ones. You know, if we have squads, I think I should write them in, and it always keeps me right on how many enemies are on the map. So you can see that I've got none on the map. Whereas if I didn't write the squad in, we don't need, it's mainly for tracking ammo that though as well, but we don't need to track a squad's ammo. That's why maybe I've not done it before. Okay, and anything else happened? No, well, he wasn't firing out the card anyway because we had the income in. No enemies on the map now. Right, well, that's the combat effects segment done. There's nothing else to check. We weren't getting fired upon. There's VOFs in there, but we continue to fire. Unfortunately, we're using ammunition that we don't need to be using, but that's how it goes. And then, so clean up. Yeah. What am I at? 36 minutes. Was it 38? 36. I might just make this a short part, actually, because I'm going to have to now go. Apparently, I'm doing something. Thought I was going to get a nice day to myself here, but plans have changed and whatever. But I'll get back later on, though. So, yeah, so I'm going to take... Well, what are we taking off? Pyrotechnics. There was none of that. Smoke, illumination... Yeah, the comment from somebody about I wasn't quite following. Again, there was no timestamp on the videos. It's always better if you can do that, guys. Most of Andrew's comments have been general and I've understood them, but sometimes when you mention something about the video, it's nice to know I can just click where. All you need to do is put the numbers so separated by a colon, and it automatically does it. You know, you just need to put that in the comments, and it'll automatically, you'll be able to click on it. So let's just say at the 5-minute 43-second mark, you put a 05 colon 43, and you know, and then obviously then say what you want, and then that should automatically come up where you can click on it, and it'll go right to that bit in the video. So you know, and it's easier. You can just click that and you go straight to it. And you know exactly what the person's talking about. But he talked about, yeah, if you take some coloured smoke with you, set a ceasefire to it, move a unit onto a card that's going to be then getting fired upon, right? So you move one of your friendlies onto a card, and it's getting fire from other units of ours, and then put your smoke off. And then what it means is they'll immediately cease fire. They'll cease fire, and then they'll go to reopen fire, but they'll see that there's a friendly on the card, and they won't fire on it. So yeah, I mean, pretty simple, but yeah, maybe you don't think about that. Pretty simple but effective. So I think it was at the time when I'd maybe put my pyrotechnic off to stop the fire coming in. But there you go. I mean, I suppose that means you've got to attach these. Smoke to the actual individual units, which is not a problem, I don't think. No, I don't think so. I think they see what they can carry. They've got a limited capacity of what they can carry, but they can carry smoke with them if they need to. I mean, we've got all attached on the command display here to all the platoon HQs, but I dare say you could probably start the missions with them attached to a specific squad, I guess. Yeah, and then when you split the squad into an assault team, does it not say that when you've done that, he can take any of the assets that the squad had? so you could then take the smoke and do your thing. So yeah, clever. I mean, there's lots of things that you can do in this game that I'm maybe not going to show. Just trying to keep things simple. Although this has brought a lot more thoughts in, and although we didn't do the indirect way with the mortar, we see how it works now, and I'll definitely be trying to think about that in the future. Right, let's get this part finished, Grant. 40 minutes, we can make it a short part. So clean up. Yeah, that's what I was talking about. Why not? Move fire, concentrate fire, booby trap, grenade mass. No, none of them. Casualty. Yeah, no. Right, I'll get the exposed markers off. Right, I think that's all exposed markers. So, yeah. Yeah, that's a rifle grenade. Right, so evacuate casualty collection points, there's none of that. Enemies firing at cars, well, there's no enemies. It's not a defensive mission. Right, adjust VOF PDFs. Right, well, these are still firing here, and so is the 50 cal machine gun. They're still going to fire into there until we tell them differently. That mortar is now not exposed, so we are actually... Oh, I forgot to update my ammo. So hang on, before... That would not have been spending ammo. Sorry, give me a second. Our 50 cal machine gun spent an ammo. He's down to 3 left. The first light machine gun spent an ammo. He's down to 2. Second light machine gun has not spent anything. He's down here. He did not. Yes. No, that's coming from that card. Yeah, it was just the arty that fired. So second light machine gun did not. First weapons bazooka has 1 ammo left. No, he didn't fire. He's only got 1. He's fired twice, but he's got 1 left. The second and third bazooka haven't fired. The mortar section did not fire. So that's it there. Although I've took the exposed marker off, he was exposed at the time I should have been checking my ammo. So he did not fire as well. So that is that, and the enemies are all gone anyway. So, but now this mortar is considered to be firing on there, but we're more than likely, all we need to do now is have a ceasefire, and all these will come off because there's not valid targets on there. So they'll cease fire, then they'll look, and they won't open fire again. But we're more than likely going to be moving things about a little bit. So yeah, we're still getting crossfire, heavy weapons, and then in here incoming crossfire, automatic weapons. Yeah, all good. Right, move the marker, turn marker on to turn 8. Okay, it's getting 8, 9, 10, 3 turns, Grant. But now we can move into here without any, well, both. We can move into both of these targets. So that's great. Because, okay, we might well spawn contacts. I want to say our problem there. We want to try and do it. That's going to be difficult, isn't it? We want to try and avoid being at no contact. So if we were to cease fire right now with both of the with all the units that are firing, then we would be at no contact, and that would be an automatic contact on a potential contact B. So we kind of we kind of want to no, we can't. In fact, no, stop, Grant. We're moving back to no contact now, aren't we? Yeah, we are, because I'm still at that page, yeah. No VOF or PDF markers are on the map. Ah, right. No, that's not true then. Sorry. Right. While the VOFs are there, we're considered to be at no contact at best. Yeah, at least contact when there's VOF markers on the map. But if we stop them, so yeah. So a ploy could be here to try and leave them there so that we get we have to draw for, yeah, okay. Right, well, I'll think about that and maybe try and work out if that's feasible or not. Okay, but looking much better now, and I think that was more so from from the last part. However, this part went well as well. We got rid of both. I mean, that was amazing, wasn't it? Unbelievable to some of you that are watching, maybe. But I can assure you it was all done legitimately. Okay, I'll go away for now. I hope to, like I say, I'm off work the next couple of days, so I hope to be sitting, and I hope to finish this mission off within these next couple of days, and maybe even get the next one started, because I'm just buzzing right now. It's good. And this one's went, okay, it's not been error-free. There's been a few blunders, and yeah, there's been a few that I could sort of say, well, officially it's not a success, Grant, if I come out of it successfully because of the blunders, but they're difficult games to play without that, and you've sometimes just got to sort of say, okay, there's an asterisk on it, but let's move on, But I'm pretty sure everybody will agree that this mission's been far more interesting to watch. Well, I mean interesting as in enemies and whatever that have popped up compared to the last one, which was kind of boring, and all I find myself doing was trying to put things back together again, which I can't really think about right now. Well, although we did want to put the platoon HQ back together again, and we did manage to put a squad back together again. But that's just because it was tricky doing other things at the time. But I'm probably unlikely to be getting these paralysed units back to fire teams or assault teams to then, put back into the squads. I'm probably unlikely to have the commands and the time to do that, because we're just about to start turn 8. So, but we'll see. Now, you never know. We might jump onto these and be able to avoid contact, and then just have the last couple of turns to just sit and put things back together again. Maybe it might happen. Right, I'll go away for now. I'll be back later. Okay, cheers.